It's time for HBU Huskies baseball. This is HBU Huskies baseball on your home for Houston Baptist University Athletics, the Husky Sports Network. The Husky Sports Network is powered by the Legacy Sports Network. And HBU Baseball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. Now it's just about time for the first pitch, so let's go out to the ballpark and get ready for HBU Huskies baseball.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Husky Field for the series finale between HBU and Rhode Island. I'm Russ Renaud, Director of Media Relations for the HBU Athletic Department, bringing you all the action for the Huskies this baseball season. It's the fourth game of this four-game series here on this pretty nice cloudy Sunday afternoon in Houston. Huskies have won 2 out of the first 3 after sweeping yesterday's doubleheader. The Rams started off on Friday with a 5-4 victory. Then yesterday in the first game, the Huskies with a 10-2 win. Spencer Halloran driving in 5 runs for HBU. Zach Carter picking up his second win of the season. Then in the nightcap, it's a little different story. HBU needing extra innings for the first time this season to eke out a 3-2 victory after the Rams had tied it up in the ninth. Jake Pulshawn with a walk-off squeeze bunt that scored Halloran from third. Spencer went 3 for 4 in that game as well and scored a pair of runs. Pulshawn drove in 2. Winning pitcher in that game was JT Newton, who pitched out of a jam in the in the 10th, as the Rams had put a pair of runners on. And JT Newton came in out of the bullpen and shut them down. The Huskies went on to win in 10 innings. Runs the Huskies record to 5-2 on the season. The Rams come in 2-4. When we come back here on the HBU Baseball pregame show, we'll take a look at the Southland Conference standings and the scoreboard, get to the starting lineups, and then get on to the first pitch at 12:30. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Graduate of Houston Baptist University, did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Back here on the HBU Huskies baseball pregame show. And due to the earlier start time today, we're going to not have the conversation with head coach Jared Moon. We'll pick that back up next weekend. We're going to look at the Southland Conference baseball standings and look at last night's scoreboard. First, the standings around the league. Lamar and New Orleans are each 6-1. Central Arkansas is 5-1. The Huskies are 5-2. Northwestern State is 3-2, as is Southeastern Louisiana. McNeese and Nichols each 4-3. UIW 4-4. Abilene Christian's 2-4, so is Sam Houston State. Stephen F. Austin is 2-5, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi is 1-5 on the year. Scores from around the league yesterday. Central Arkansas defeated Eastern Illinois 6-1. New Orleans defeated Troy 3-2 in 13 innings. Central Michigan, a 25-5 winner over Incarnate Word. Lamar defeated Fairfield 19-9. Abilene Christian defeated North Dakota State 9-1. Rice defeated Southeastern Louisiana 15-5. UTSA downed Stephen F. Austin 14-1. Fifteenth-ranked Arizona defeated McNeese 12-3. Central Arkansas defeated Eastern Illinois 8-1. Northwestern State, a 9-5 winner over Arkansas State. 13th-ranked Louisiana down Sam Houston State 6-1 in Huntsville. Nichols, an 11-4 winner over Wagner at home. Second game of doubleheader, Lamar defeated Fairfield 5-1. And Incarnate Word came back to defeat Central Michigan 10-1 in the second game of their doubleheader. And the last game last night, Missouri 9-0 winner over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Coaches are visiting at home plate with the umpiring crew. We will go through the starting lineups while we have a chance, take a break for the invocation and the national anthem, then come back with the first pitch. So let's get to it. Rhode Island coming in at a 2-4 record. Head coach is Rafael Serrato. His lineup card looks like this. Leading off and playing right field is Jesse Lee. Batting second, the DH, Justin Jewell. Batting third at second base is Chris Hess. Batting cleanup, the catcher, Martin Figueroa. Batting fifth at third base is Matt O'Neill. Batting sixth in left field is Mike Corrin. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Brett McManus. Batting eighth in center field is Jordan Powell. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Lawrence Hill. On the mound today for the Rams is left-handed pitcher Jake Walker. And for the HBU Huskies, coming in with a 5-2 record, head coach Jared Moon in his 12th season at his alma mater. Leading off and playing left field is Spencer Halloran. Batting second in right field is Brandon Brents. Batting third, the center fielder Joe Van Martyr. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Jake Pulshawn. Batting fifth at catcher is Blake Thomas. Batting sixth, the DH Kerry Jones. Batting seventh at third base is Elijah Simone. And batting eighth at second base, Jack Fitzgerald. Rounding out the lineup for the Huskies is shortstop Tyler DePretta Johnson. On the mound today for HBU is right-hander Addison Russ. When we come back, we will be ready for the first pitch after the conversation's over at the plate. So we will take a break for the invocation and the Star Spangled Banner. Come back with the first pitch of this fourth game of this four-game series. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before.
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, two peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU Athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
And welcome back to Husky Field, just about ready for the first pitch here in the series finale of this four-game set between HBU and Rhode Island. Russ Renault welcoming you in on this cloudy day in Houston, Texas, but 73 degrees. Wind blowing to the southeast about 17 miles per hour, so blowing out to left center. On the mound today for the Huskies, senior right-hander Addison Russ. Addison, 6'1", 180 from Amarillo, Texas, Randall High School. Pitched 2 seasons at Lakeland College in Illinois. Addison comes in, made his first start of the season against 25th-ranked U of H on Tuesday, took a no decision. Gave up 1 unearned run on 4 hits with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks in 5 innings, so no record, 0.00 ERA for the senior right-hander, the ace of the Huskies staff. He will face Jesse Lee, Justin Jewell, and Chris Hess to lead it off for the Rams here in the first inning. Throw down by Blake Thomas to second. Just about to get set here for the start of game number 4. Your umpiring crew for today, Brad Parker is behind the plate. Ben Wood is at first base, and Bob Charmo is at third. Your dimensions here at Husky Field, 330 down the lines, 380 in the gaps, 400 on either side of the batter's eye in center field. It's about 405 to straightaway center. And Jesse Lee, the left-handed batter, will lead it off for URI. First pitch on the way from Addison Russ, swung on and missed. There is a pitch just missing low and outside to even the count at 1. Lee, senior outfielder, 6'1", 195 from Bristol, Rhode Island. Pitch misses down low. Transferred to Rhode Island after playing at LSU Eunice. So came down south and then went back home. There's a pitch on the inside corner. Count now evened up at 2-2. Lee started yesterday's second game in right field, went 2 for 3 and scored a run. Leads it off here for the Rams and drills one to center. Van Marter's there, and Joe makes the catch for the first out. So here's the defense for Addison Russ. Battery mate is Blake Thomas. Around the infield at third base, Elijah Simone. Tyler DePretta Johnson at short, Jack Fitzgerald at second, Jake Pulshawn at first. Spencer Halloran is in left field, Joe Van Marter in center, and Brandon Brent's in right field. First pitch on the way to Justin Jewell, low and inside for a ball. Jewell, a freshman, 6'1", 180, from Rochester, New Hampshire. Ball 2 misses low and away. Another left-handed bat against the righty Russ. That pitch swung on and missed. A little split finger from Addison. Going down and in. Jewell 0 for 3 on the season, making his first start of the year for URI. Down low for ball 3. Three-one pitch from Russ. On the outside corner, swung on and missed, and the count goes full to Justin Jewell. Payoff pitch on the way. Popped up down the left field line. Halloran is going after it, and he just falls a couple of feet in front of him in foul territory. Justin Jewell thought Halloran had caught it. He's heading back to the dugout. So Justin Jewell back to the plate. Another 3-2 count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first inning. And a split finger swung on and missed. Strikeout for Addison Russ for out number 2. Huskies with their home white pants, the single blue pinstripe down the side. Orange tops, interlocking blue HBU on the front. Home cap with blue with the orange bill, interlocking orange HBU on the front. URI, white pants, the light blue stripe with the navy stripe on either side down the side of the pants. Pitch low and away to Hess. Robin egg blue tops. Navy trim. They're all navy caps on. 1-0 pitch. Popped up behind the plate. Thomas is going back, and that one's going to get out of play. Ball on the third base bleachers. Now it's 1-1. Hess, junior shortstop. Second baseman, 6'2", 195 from North Kingstown, Rhode Island. North Kingstown High School. Hitting .391 on the season. A couple of triples, an RBI, and 3 scored. Pitch is down and in. It's 2-1 to Hess. Hess 1 for 4 in the second game yesterday and scored a run. Went 3 for 4 in the first game. 2-1 pitch from Russ. Down low for ball 3. Addison winds and deals. Chopper foul as the count goes full to Hess. Counts full, 2 outs, nobody on. Payoff pitch from Russ. Swung on and lifted down the left field line, and that one is out of here for a solo home run for Chris Hess. right down the left field line and inside the fair pole. As the Rams take a 1-0 lead. First home run of the season for Hess. First one by someone other than Mike Corrin. Corrin had the Rams 2 home runs coming into this series. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Now it's Martin Figueroa, senior catcher. 5'11", 205 from Elizabeth, New Jersey. He lifts this one high to right field. Brent's going back on the track and makes the catch just shy of the wall. So the solo home run by Chris Hess is giving the Rams a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The good news is America is coming back. More jobs, more building, more of what makes our country great. And more cities and towns, more small businesses and big corporations are choosing the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW to do the work. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is committed to doing the job right, on time, safely. America's making a big comeback, and the IBEW is proud to do our part.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
Head to the bottom of the first inning, and URI out to a 1-0 lead. Chris Hess, a solo home run on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. His first of the season. On the mound today for the Rams is left-handed pitcher Jake Walker. Freshman left-hander, 6'3", 200 from Milton, Massachusetts, and Milton High School. Walker on the season. No record, 40.50 ERA. He's given up 3 runs on 2 hits and 2/3 of an inning. 1 strikeout, 3 walks. This is his first start of the year. He'll face Spencer Halloran, Brandon Brents, and Joe Van Martyr. First 3 batters for the Huskies. First pitch from Walker. Down and in for a ball to Halloran. Spencer Jr. from Sheffield, Iowa, West Fork High School. Rips the first pitch, but a liner right at O'Neal for the first out.
Right fielder number 2, Brandon Brents.
So Halloran went 6 for 8 in yesterday's doubleheader combined. Rips the first pitch from Walker, but right at the third baseman, O'Neal. That brings up Brandon Brents. Brandon, a senior from Murrieta, California. Murrieta High School takes strike 1 from Walker. Only left-handed bat in the lineup for the Huskies against the lefty Walker. The ground ball back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. They'll set up the defense for the Rams behind Jake Walker. His catcher's Martin Figueroa. Brett McManus, the first baseman. Chris Hess at second base. Lawrence Hill at shortstop. And Matt O'Neal at third. Mike Corrin is in left. Jordan Powell's in center. And Jesse Lee is in right field. Brings up Joe Van Marter, senior center fielder from Anaheim, California. It's at Canyon High School and Cypress College. Takes ball one up high. Joe comes in hitting .217, a double, 2 home runs for the team lead, 5 RBIs and 5 runs scored. Joe 0 for 3 in the second game of yesterday's doubleheader. 1 for 4 with a run scored in the first game. There's a strike called. It's 1-1 on Van Marter. Brent leads away from first. And the pitch down and in, gets away from Figueroa. And Brents is down to second base on the pass ball. That hit Figueroa in the mid. Didn't hear it hit the ground beforehand. So that one gets away from Figueroa, and Brents moves up to second. Ball 2 on Van Marter. Two-one pitch, and Joe gives a big hack at that one. Comes up empty, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch from Walker, drilled into left. That is down for a base hit. And Brents is going to be held up at third. Pretty hot shot by Van Marter. So, runners on the corners with Jake Pulshawn coming up. So, Brents and Van Marter on with back-to-back singles. Spencer Halloran, the leadoff hitter, may have hit his the hardest, but it was right at Matt O'Neill, the third baseman. So runners on the corners with 1 out. Huskies trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Jake Pulshawn, the batter. Walker starts him off with a curveball for strike 1. Pulshawn, junior first baseman, 6'4", 225 from Menifee, California. Pulshawn hitting .421 on the year, a double, 3 driven in, and 5 runs scored. That pitch down and in. Jake reached base 7 times yesterday, despite going 1 for 2 in both games. Hit by a pitch 3 times, and walked twice. Curveball down and in. It's 2-1 now to Pulshawn. Jake delivered the game-winning squeeze bunt in the 10th inning for the walk-off win in yesterday's nightcap, 3-2. 2-1 pitch. Pulshawn lifts it to center field. Brents is going to tag. Powell is waiting there, makes the catch for the out, and the Huskies tie it up on the sacrifice fly from Pulshawn.
Catcher number 35, Blake Thomas.
Run is unearned for the moment, as Brents went to second on the pass ball on Figueroa. Now the batter's Blake Thomas. A runner Van Marter on at first. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Pitch down and in for a ball. Blake, senior catcher from Austin, Texas, Westwood High School. One season at UT Rio Grande Valley before going to Ranger College, then arriving here at HBU. Blake hitting .389 on the year. Chops this one foul. 1 double, 4 driven in, 2 runs scored. Blake started the second game yesterday, went 0 for 3. Got the morning off in the first game after catching Friday's opener. Time is called at the plate as Walker took a long look over at first base at Van Marter. Joe 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts this season. 1-1 pitch. Thomas pops it up on the infield. Hill and O'Neill are over, and Hill calls him off and makes the catch for the third out, but the Huskies answer with a run here in the bottom of the first. We're tied up 1-1, so heading to the second. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Back at Husky Field for the top of the second inning. Each team getting a run in the first inning. Rams doing it with power. Chris Hess with a solo home run. Huskies manufacturing one. Getting a pair of hits from Brandon Brents and Joe Van Marter. Took advantage of a pass ball by URI. Brent scoring on a sacrifice fly by Jake Pulshan. Little update from Conway, Arkansas. HBU softball team in action this morning against UCA. It's a non-conference game, but the Huskies out to a 6-0 lead, top of the 6th inning. Megan Ayers and Cece Bauer have each homered for HBU. Nicole Shedd, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Libby Brown and Heidi Jaquez each with a double and an RBI. So HBU softball, a 6-0 lead in Conway over UCA. Addison Russ starts Matt O'Neill off with strike 1. And a split finger fastball called strike 2. O'Neill, senior third baseman for the Rams from East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. And ball 1 misses outside. O'Neill making his third start of the year. Third straight game. He started both games of the doubleheader yesterday at third base. 1-2 pitch ripped into left for a base hit. So now O'Neill hitting an even .500 on the year, 4 for 8. The double and an RBI. Leads it off with a single here for the Rams. Brings up Mike Corrin. Started the first game at third base for URI. Started the next 3 in the outfield. This one in left. Corrin hitting .235. Pair of home runs. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up on the left side. Simone, DePretta Johnson, and Halloran giving chase, and Spencer gets there, and he makes the catch. The throw down to second is not in time. Halloran making the sliding catch. Heads up base running by O'Neill to tag and make it to second.
First baseman, number 11, Brett McManus.
So that brings up Brett McManus. Sophomore first baseman from Flemington, New Jersey. McManus hitting .300. 3 RBIs and 1 run scored. Came in yesterday as a defensive replacement for Alex Santos. Injured his left arm pretty severely. Strike 1 to McManus. There's a bunt back to the pitcher. Throw pulled Santos across the first baseline, colliding with the runner. So McManus back at first base here for the finale. It's a swing and a miss. Russ ahead in the count 0-2. McManus started the first 2 games at first base. Went 1 for 3 in game 1 yesterday. Drove in a run. Then the first game, 1 for 1 with a walk, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. And McManus has been hit by a pitch in every game this series. That was his lone at bat yesterday. Down the count here, 0-2 to Russ. 1 out, runner at second, top of the second inning. Score tied at 1. Split finger swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the game for Addison Russ.
Center fielder, number 23.
Now the batter will be Jordan Powell, junior center fielder from Kingwood, Texas, Kingwood Park High School. Only player on the roster from anywhere other than the Northeast. Powell hitting .188 on the year with 1 run scored. Oh, and that split finger up and in, and it hits him. So Powell down to first.
The shortstop, number 4, Lawrence Hill.
2 runners on, 2 outs for the shortstop, Lawrence Hill. Hill hitting .067, 1 for 15 on the year. For 4 in game 1 yesterday. Did not play in game 2. His lone hit came in Friday's opener when he went 1 for 3. Takes strike 1 here from Addison. Split finger for strike 2. O'Neill at second, Powell at first. Russ into the stretch. Now the 0-2 pitch, fastball, chopped wide of the bag at third. Another 0-2 on the way. Nub down the first baseline. Just wide of the bag at first. Didn't plan on seeing much of Addison Russ today. Pitching coach Xavier Hernandez said about 35 pitches. He's at 33 right now. Weston Smart is warming up in the bullpen. So this might be the last inning for Addison Russ. Split finger swung on and lifted to center. Van Marter drifting back. Joe there makes the catch for the third out. So the Rams leave a couple on. We head to the bottom of the second. Tied up 1-1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, we're dedicated to the dedicated, who lace up before sunrise, who don't let a hard hit keep them down, who want the ball when the game's on the line. So team up with the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute at Texas Medical Center, Memorial City, or the Woodlands, where our affiliated surgeons, specialists, and physical therapists offer all athletes the elite care they need to forge ahead.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Bottom of the second inning here in Houston. HBU and Rhode Island tied up 1-1. Each team getting a run in the first inning. It'll be Kerry Jones to lead it off for HBU, followed by Elijah Simone and Jack Fitzgerald against the left-hander Jake Walker. Jones, junior first baseman from Cypress, Texas, and Cy Ranch High School. Jones hitting .267, pair of doubles, an RBI and 4-run score. Takes the first pitch high from Walker. The 1-0 pitch. Jones swings and misses to even the count. Swinging a fly ball to left. Corrin is there. He will drift back and make the catch for the out. Wind playing a little bit of a factor, blowing out there to left center today.
Third baseman, number 36, Elijah Simone.
That brings up Elijah Simone, freshman third baseman from Angleton, Texas. Brazosport Christian High School. He and his twin brother Jeremy, a catcher on the team this year. Elijah starting in place of senior third baseman Austin Zellweger, out with a quad injury. Checks his swing, and he did not go around, so it's high for ball one. Simone started yesterday's second game after taking the place of Zellweger late in the first game. Still looking for his first hit, 0 for 6 on the year. Swings at that one and fouls it back. Elijah is a free swinger. Zellweger's injury doesn't appear to be too serious. Coaches want to make sure that he's ready to go for conference play in 3 weeks. That pitch is outside, and it's 2-1. Huskies have LIU Brooklyn here next weekend, then leave the state for the first time on the season against KU up in Kansas. The swing and a fly ball to right. Jesse Lee drifting over and makes the catch for the second out. We got LIU Brooklyn next weekend, Kansas the following weekend, second weekend in March. And then start conference play after that at Nichols beginning on St. Patrick's Day. That series in Thibodaux, March 17th through 19th. So Jack Fitzgerald is the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Strike one to Fitzgerald. Jack Jr., second baseman from Mason City, Iowa. Newman Catholic High School. Went to Kirkwood College. Hitting .208 on the year with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Takes that one up high for a ball. Jack 1 for 4 in the second game yesterday. Also 1 for 4 with an RBI in the first game. Swings at that one, lifts it to center. Powell going back. He will make the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Walker. And we go to the third. Score's still tied up at 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. Yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
So we head to the third inning here at Husky Field. HBU starter Addison Russ on a 35-pitch pitch count today is now out of the game after 2 innings. Gives way to junior right-hander Weston Smart. Weston 6'1", 185 from Hempstead, Texas, Hempstead High School and Tyler Junior College. Weston got the win against 25th-ranked U of H on Tuesday night. That was his second appearance of the season. He went 4 innings. He gave up 1 run. For the season, he's 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA in 2 appearances. 1 run on 7 hits with 3 strikeouts, 3 walks in 6 innings. So top of the order due up for the Rams with Jesse Lee, Justin Jewell, and Chris Hess. Lee flied out to center his first time up. And swings and misses at the first pitch from Smart. So Addison Russ went 5 innings in Tuesday night's win over U of H, and Weston Smart going the last 4. Check swing towards the Huskies dugout on the third base side. And Lee behind in the count now 0-2. Get to the Southland Conference scoreboard here in the third inning. Starting off with Lamar and Fairfield. Fairfield with a 6-1 lead over the Cardinals. Bottom of the 7th inning in Beaumont. Smart with the 0-2. Sinker down and in for ball 1. Central Michigan leading Incarnate Word 6-2, top of the 4th inning in San Antonio. Troy with a 2-0 lead over New Orleans, bottom of the 1st inning in New Orleans. Chopper towards first, and that'll go foul. Everything else later on today. 13th ranked Louisiana and Sam Houston State just about to get underway. Actually, all of these games except for one just about to get underway with 1 o'clock starts. No score updates yet on these games just in progress. There's a chopper off of the glove of Smart. It's going to be an infield single for Lee. The leadoff base runner for the Rams. So all the 1 o'clock starts. 13th ranked Louisiana at Sam Houston State. McNeese at 15th ranked Arizona. Stephen F. Austin at UTSA. North Dakota State at Abilene Christian. Eastern Illinois at Central Arkansas. Southeastern Louisiana at 23rd ranked Rice. Arkansas State and Northwestern State. It's a chopper to short. Tyler DePretta Johnson can't come up with it cleanly. And the runner's safe at second on the error by DePretta Johnson. Taylor made double play ball, but Tyler DePretta Johnson bobbled it. The transition from his glove to his hand. That brings up Chris Hess with 2 on and nobody out. Hess gave the Rams a 1-0 lead in the first inning with a solo home run down the left field line. Corner infielders are in now for the Huskies. And Hess takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Only other game later on today at 3 o'clock. 25th ranked U of H is at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Pitch low and blocked nicely by the catcher Blake Thomas. The count's now 1-1 on Hess. Hess batting now .417 with a pair of RBIs, 4 runs scored. The 1-1 from Smart. Driven to right, Brent's going back. Runner back to tag at second. The throw comes into second base, but Lee moving up to third on the fly ball by Hess. Runners on the corners and 1 out for Martin Figueroa. Figueroa flied out to right, deep to right center field his first time up, facing Addison Russ. That ended the first inning. Runners on the corners here with 1 out. Figueroa with the chopper to short. DePretta Johnson steps on second himself and throws over to first. He makes up for that error with the inning-ending double play, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. HBU 1, Rhode Island 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Oh, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my riding friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe. Wear a life jacket and designate a driver for the boat and for a safe ride home. Follow these tips and there'll be a lot more days for you to play in this great state of Texas. Nobody's waterproof, yeah, that's a hell-bent truth, and you know it ain't no lie.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Bottom of the third inning, HBU and Rhode Island tied up 1-1. It'll be Tyler DePretta Johnson to lead it off for the Huskies. Then back to the top of the order, and Spencer Halloran and Brandon Brents. DePretta Johnson with an error in that last half inning, but then coming up with a nice play. The 6-3 double play to end it.
For your Huskies, a shortstop, number 3.
DePretta Johnson, junior, 5'9", 180 from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Trabuco Hills High School, one of the 3 players from Golden West on the Huskies roster. One of many over the last couple of seasons for HBU coming from that pipeline at Golden West and California in general. Ball 1 to DePretta Johnson. And strike 1 on the outside corner from Jake Walker. The 1-1 pitch and a drive through the right side. A base hit for DePretta Johnson to lead it off here in the bottom of the third.
Fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
That'll bring up Spencer Halloran. Spencer ripped the first pitch he saw in the first inning. It was right at the third baseman, Matt O'Neill. Halloran hitting .414 on the season. 2 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, leading the Huskies with 10 RBIs and 8 runs scored. Takes ball one high from Walker. DePretta Johnson, 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts this season. Runner at first base with a leadoff single. Walker comes set, now the pitch outside for ball 2. Was that Halloran 3 for 4 in the second game yesterday. Scored 2 runs, including the game winner. 3 for 4 in the first game and drove in 5. Also walked 3 times yesterday, so reaching base 9 times. The on-base percentage was .500 coming into this game before the line out in the first inning. 2-0 pitch up and in for ball 3. .3-0 pitch, taken high for ball 4, and Halloran reaches base here.
Right fielder number 2, Brandon Brent.
Brings up Brandon Brents. Singled and scored his first time up. Singled through the right side. Took second on a pass ball. Went to third on Jovan Martyr's single, then scored in a sac fly by Jake Pulshawn. So Brent's up here. 2 on and nobody out, bottom of the third inning. A tie ball game. Corner infielders pinched in. Brent squares to bunt. Gets it down the third baseline, and it rolls foul. O'Neill in on the grass at third. McManus in on the grass at first. It's the only left-handed batter for HBU against Walker, Brandon Brents. The 0-1 on the way. Brent squares again. Pitch misses low and away for a ball. Ideally, the Rams would like for McManus to be able to field the ball at first base and try to get a force out at third. So he is the one crashing in. O'Neill in on the grass at third. Runners go. Swinging a drive to left field. That is down for a base hit. Tyler DePretta Johnson's going to score easily, and the Huskies take a 2-1 lead. Rams playing for a bunt. Huskies hit and run. Brandon Brents gives the Huskies a 2-1 lead. It's going to bring out the pitching coach for URI and Kevin Vance to talk to Walker with a couple of runners on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Huskies getting a leadoff single from Tyler DePretta Johnson. Spencer Halloran with a 4-pitch walk, and Brandon Brents the hit and run single to give the Huskies the lead. Fans want 2 more runs here in the inning. It's the payday inning. If the Huskies score exactly 3 runs, everybody, well, the first 50 fans get a free payday bar. Huskies want more than that, though. Jovan Martyr at the plate, and 2 on and nobody out. Van Marter singled his first time up. Joe hitting now .250 on the year. McManus creeping in at first. Joe squares the bunt, gets it down, fielded by the pitcher, spins towards first, and makes the throw for the out. Sacrifice bunt for Joe Van Marter.
First baseman, number 40, Jake Bouchon.
Van Marter had a sacrifice bunt in yesterday's game. Actually had two in the second game of that doubleheader. One of them setting up the winning run. That brings up Jake Pulshon. Runners at second and third and one out. Pulshon with the sacrifice fly his first time up. Fourth RBI of the season. Pitch from Walker down and in for a ball. One-0 pitch on the way. Taken on the outside corner for strike one. One pitch to Pulshon. Breaking ball for a strike as Walker gets ahead in the count 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball driven into center field, and that is down for a base hit. Halloran's going to score. Brents is right behind him, and he will score. Pulshon is on his way to third, and he is in there. It's going to be a single. He goes to second on the throw and third on the error. The Huskies have taken a 4-1 lead.
Catcher number 35, Blake Thomas.
First entry of Psychology 101. Dysfunctional. Yeah, doesn't bring me nothing stupid. If you don't want me to lose it, step back. If you don't want me to attack him, he's better give me the deuces.
So that brings up Blake Thomas with a runner at third and one out. Infield is in for the Rams. Pitch is down low from Walker. Thomas, a swing and a foul tip into the mid of Figueroa. Counts now 1-1 on Blake. So Pulshon has reached base safely in all 8 games for the Huskies this season. One on the way. Ground ball to third right at O'Neill. A throw over to first in time for the second out.
Designated hitter number 38, Kerry Jones.
So the Huskies have scored 3 here in the third. They don't score anymore. 50 people in the crowd get a payday. Pulshon at third with 2 outs. Huskies leading 4-1. Jones with a chopper towards short. Hill charging. Throw over to first is in time. And it's payday day here at the ballpark. The Huskies score 3 here in the third. We head to the fourth. HBU 4 and URI 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
From Conway, Arkansas, this score is in Arkansas 5.
So we head to the top of the 4th inning. Weston Smart in for his 2nd inning of relief for HBU, now with a 4-1 lead after the 3-run third by the Huskies. Face Matt O'Neill to lead it off, followed by Mike Corrin and Brett McManus. Pitch down and in to O'Neill. Batting .500 on the season. 4 for 8 with a double and RBI. Singled his first time up. Takes a hack and fouls that one back. Singled the lead off the second. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside for ball 2. As I said, O'Neill playing for the first time, getting the start at third in the last 3 games here for the Rams, his first action of the season. It's a chopper wide of the third base bag, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. First strikeout of the game for Weston Smart.
Left fielder,
That brings up Mike Corrin. Corrin fouled out down the left field line. A great play by Spencer Halloran in the 2nd inning. Corrin fouls that one back for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one chopped foul. It's Corrin down in the count now, 0-2. Pitch on the way from Smart, misses low. Final from Conway, Arkansas. HBU softball, 6-5 winner over UCA in a non-conference game today. So a swing and a miss. 2nd consecutive strikeout for Weston Smart for out number 2 here in the 4th. For HBU softball, Nicole Shedd, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Libby Brown and Heidi Jaquez, each with a double and an RBI. Megan Ayers and Cece Bauer, each homering for HBU. They had jumped out to a 6-0 lead. For UCA, stormed back with 5 runs in the 6th inning, but the Huskies hold on. Now go to 7-5 on the year. It's 4-1 here, HBU baseball leading. Ball 2 to Brett McManus. Big win last night for the HBU men's basketball team, 75-68 winner at Lamar. Huskies moving into 4th place and punching their ticket to the Southland Conference Tournament in Katy. It's foul ball towards the Huskies dugout on the third base side, and it's 2-1 on McManus. McManus struck out his first time up, facing Addison Russ. Weston Smart with the 2-1 pitch here. Another chopper down the third baseline. That one rolls foul. It's 2-2, 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch on the way, driven up the middle by McManus for a base hit.
Center fielder number 20.
That brings up Jordan Powell, the junior from Kingwood. Jordan was hit by a pitch his first time up. Comes up with Brett McManus, the runner at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Asked Jordan yesterday how he ended up at URI, being the only player not from the Northeast. Said they brought him in on a visit. The weather was beautiful in the late spring. The drive into right field, the blooper that's going to get down. Actually, is on the infield. The throw over to third. It hits off the runner, McManus. And Powell goes to second on the error by Fitzgerald. So it's an infield single and an error on Fitzgerald, allowing Powell to move up.
Shortstop number 4, Lawrence.
It looked like a blooper to right, but it landed just over the back of Jake Pulshawn. McManus able to go all the way to third. Fitzgerald's throw hit McManus in the back and bounced away from Simone, allowing Powell to move to second. Now there's runners at second and third and 2 outs for Lawrence Hill. Chopper to third. Simone has it. Comes up with it, and the throw over to first in time. So no harm done as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. HBU 4, Rhode Island 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with LifeFlight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
Head to the bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher on the mound for URI. It's going to be senior right-hander Blaze Whitman, 6'1", 200 pounds, from Salisbury, Massachusetts, Triton Regional High School. Whitman on the season, making his 2nd appearance. Pitched a 1/3 of an inning last weekend. Did hit a batter. That was his 1 appearance. 1/3 of an inning. So Whitman called in here in the 4th. Face Elijah Simone to lead it off. Bottom 1/3 of the order, Jack Fitzgerald and Tyler DePretta Johnson. So Simone, Still looking for his first hit of the season, making his second start of the year in place of the injured Austin Zellweger. Simone flied out to right his first time up. So now Whitman going through his warm-up tosses and getting a little bit more warm-up time than usual. So now there's a throw down to second. We are ready to go here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Huskies scored 3 runs in the bottom of the third, now lead at 4-1. Here in the final game of this 4-game series, HBU swept the doubleheader yesterday. 10-2 in the first game, 3-2 in 10 innings in the second game. Rams won the opener Friday 5-4. So now the first pitch on the way from Whitman to Simone is a slider in the upper part of the strike zone for strike one. Breaking ball down low, and it's 1-1 to Simone. The 1-1 pitch up high for ball 2. Whitman winds in, deals. Strike on the outside corner to even the count. Wind's picked up a bit here at Husky Field. Feels a little cooler, but it's actually 2 degrees higher than game time. 2-2 pitch on the way. High pitch lifted deep to center. Powell going back and makes the catch for the out. The high fastball, probably ball 3. Simone swinging at it and driving it to center. Now to bring up Jack Fitzgerald. Flied out to center his first time up. Jack hitting 200 now. A double, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored. 75 degrees now. Wind blowing at 17 miles per hour. That pitch up and in for ball 1. Sometimes the wind blows straight to left center, and sometimes it turns around and blows straight out to center field. 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. Pitch skips outside. Ball 2 to Fitzgerald. Whitman with the 2-1 pitch. Low and away for ball 3. Fitzgerald with a pop-up into left. Corin is there and will make the catch for the second out.
Shortstop, number 3, Tyler DePretta Johnson.
So that'll be Tyler DePretta Johnson. 1 for 1 today. Singled and scored and led off the last inning. A 3-run inning for the Huskies. Tyler hitting .320 now. 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Takes ball 1 low from Whitman. Squares to bunt, fouls it off. Trying to drag his way on. One pitch from Whitman, called strike 2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down low to even the count on Tyler DePretta Johnson. Whitman with the 2-2. Up and in. Tyler held up and the count goes full. Payoff pitch on the way. DePretta Johnson with a line drive over the head of the shortstop into left center field for another base hit. So DePretta Johnson 2 for 2 today. Gets us back to the top of the order in Spencer Halloran. First pitch to Halloran, down low. Figueroa blocks it, but can't keep DePretta Johnson from moving up to second. It's a wild pitch on Whitman. Halloran 0 for 1 today, lined out to third in the first inning, walked and scored in the third. Gets that one off the end of the bat, fouls it off for strike 1. Whitman sets. Now the 1-1 pitch. Figueroa frames that one on the outside. Looked a little high. Figueroa pulled it back and it's called strike 2. So now 1-2 on Halloran. DePretta Johnson leads away from second. Wiltman comes set at the belt. Now the pitch on the way to Halloran. A line drive to first. McManus is there and makes the catch for the third out. We head to the 5th inning. HBU 4, URI 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before.
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true. giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel, so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
You just hit.
Top of the fifth inning here at Husky Field in Houston. Russ Renault welcoming you in on the Husky Sports Network. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening in on the Legacy Sports Network, thanks for stopping by HBUHuskies.com and checking out HBU baseball today. Weston Smart's first pitch misses down low to Jesse Lee as we go back to the top of the order for the Rams. Lee 1 for 2, flied out to center in the first inning and singled in the third. Takes that pitch for strike one. Count now 1-1 on Lee. And the 1-1, a fly ball to center field. Van Marter going back, still going back, and makes the catch just shy of the track. A well-struck ball by Jesse Lee, but out to that deepest part of the field. 4:05 out there to straightaway center, and Van Marter tracks it down for the first out.
Number 29, Justin Jewell.
Now it'll be another left-handed batter, Justin Jewell. 0 for 2. Struck out in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Still looking for his first hit of the year, 0 for 5. He chops this one to the first base side, and that one a roll foul. Reminder, the Huskies will be back here in action next weekend as well. No midweek game. 3-game series against LIU Brooklyn to finish off a 7-game homestand. Jewell was not committed to that swing. Swings through the breaking ball. It's 0-2. 2 o'clock start next Friday. 1 o'clock start on Saturday. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Fitzgerald has it, and they throw up and over to Pulshan for the out. 2 outs, nobody on now for URI here in the top of the fifth inning. Sunday finale next week, scheduled for 2 o'clock. Don't know LIU Brooklyn's travel schedule, so stay tuned for any updates on that game time for the finale. This one here starting today at 12:30 due to Rhode Island's travel schedule. We won't start an inning after 3 o'clock in case we go another hour and 12 minutes. First pitch on the way to Hess is in there for a strike from Weston Smart. Hess is 1 for 2. Solo home run in the first inning for the Rams' lone run. Flied out to right in the third. Comes up empty on that swing and a miss, and Smart's ahead in the count 0-2. Weston peering over the mitt, now into the windup. Pitch on the way, a line drive to second, and into right center field for a base hit. Hess, a big turnaround first. The ball comes in, and Hess is held to a single. He's now 2 for 3.
Catcher number 22, Martin Figueroa.
6th hit of the game for the Rams. Huskies also have 6 hits. The Huskies lead at 4-1. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Martin Figueroa at the plate. He's 0 for 2, flied out to right in the first inning, deep to right, and grounded out to the shortstop. A inning-ending double play right over the bag at second. Tyler DePretta Johnson fielding it and going on to first to end a threat in the third inning. So ball one low to Figueroa. It's 1-0. Smart with a pitch up and in to fall behind the count 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, ripped foul down the first base side. There's a drive to left center field. Van Marter going back, and he is not going to get there. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Hess is going to score easily, and Figueroa in with an RBI stand-up double. So the Rams cut the Huskies lead in half. It's now 4-2. With 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Matt O'Neill is 1 for 2. Led off the second inning with a single. And struck out the lead off the fourth. Second time he is facing Weston Smart. Swings the first pitch and a pop-up into center field. Van Marter coming in. Joe makes the catch for the third out, but the Rams get a run here in the top of the fifth inning. We head to the bottom half. HBU 4, URI 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. HBU with a 4-2 lead over Rhode Island. Blaze Whitman in for his second inning of relief for the Rams. And he will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Huskies, Brandon Brents, Joe Van Marter, and Jake Polchon. So Brandon is 2 for 2 today, has scored a pair of runs and driven in one. He'll be facing the right-hander Whitman. Now Whitman going through his tosses, and Figueroa throws down to second. We're ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Being off for your Huskies, right fielder, number 2, Brandon Brents.
So that brings up Brandon Brents. As I said, Brandon 2 for 2 today, now hitting .273 on the season. Takes that pitch on the inside corner for strike one. The 0-1 pitch on the way, on the outside corner for strike two. Now Whitman with the pitch. Swung on and missed by Brents. Goes up and a little bit out of the zone. Brandon can't catch up to it. That's the first out here in the 5th inning. So it brings up Joe Van Marter.
Center fielder number 29, Joe Van Marter.
Joe's 1 for 1, singled in the 1st inning. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. That pitch looked a little up, but called the strike on the outside edge. That pitch right down the middle. It's 0-2. Pitch on the way from Whitman. Van Marter fouls that one off. So another 0-2 pitch due to Van Marter. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch up high for a ball. Whitman winds and deals. Swung on and fouled out a play on the left side. One, two from Whitman on the outside corner for strike 3. Whitman able to spot that slider on the outer edge with effectiveness over the last 2 innings. So 2 outs and nobody on for Jake Pulshawn. Jake 1 for 1, driven in 3 runs for HBU today. Takes strike 1 here from Whitman. Sac fly in the 1st inning, drove in a run, and a 2-run single in the 3rd. Rips that one foul on the left side. As I said, Jake has reached safely in each of the first 8 games for HBU. Was on base 7 times yesterday, despite going just 1 for 2 in each game. Was hit by a pitch 3 times and walked twice. That pitch on the outside edge, just a little bit low for ball 1. One, two from Whitman. That slider misses high and outside to even up the count on Pulshawn. Jake hitting .450 now. Six driven in. 5 runs scored. 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as Whitman strikes out the side here in the 5th inning. We head to the 6th. HBU 4, Rhode Island 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles.
refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
Top of the sixth inning in Houston, HBU with a 4-2 lead over Rhode Island. It'll be Mike Corrin, Brett McManus, and Jordan Powell due up for the Rams, 6, 7, and 8, to face Weston Smart. Weston going into his fourth inning of relief. Starter Addison Russ went the first two, had a 35-pitch count today. That only lasted 2 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits with 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. Ball 1 to Corrin. Corrin 0 for 2. And ground ball to short. DePretta Johnson with a long throw over to first is not in time. An infield single for Corrin. DePretta Johnson had to backhand that one in the hole, trying to make the long, leaping off-balance throw over to first and couldn't get enough on it.
First baseman, number 11.
So Corrin with his first hit of the day. An infield single. Now to bring up Brett McManus. McManus 1 for 2. Struck out in the second inning. Singled his last time up. Takes a ball inside from Smart. There's a drive into left and back-to-back base hits for the Rams to lead it off here in the sixth inning.
The center fielder, number 23, Jordan Powell.
Jordan Powell, the batter. 2 on and nobody out here in the sixth inning. Ivan Smith, the left-hander, gets warmed up for HBU. Corrin at second, McManus at first. Powell squares to bunt, gets it down. Blake Thomas, the catcher, lets it roll foul. Again, Powell from Kingwood. Only Texan on the roster, only player not from the Northeast. Started that story last time he was up. Asked him how he got to Rhode Island and brought him in on a recruiting trip on a beautiful spring day. He said they neglected to tell him about the winter weather and the snow. So it's been nice to be back here in Texas this weekend to see his family. So Jordan Powell at the plate, 0-1 the count. As he visits with third base coach Jim Martin. And fouling off the first bunt attempt. Martin going through the signals here. It's 0-1, nobody out. Runners at first and second. HBU leading URI 4-2. Squares to bunt again. Gets it down, and that one will roll foul on the third base side. It landed fair. Had too much spin on it. Took a left turn and out of play. So 0-2 the count now on Powell. Powell hitting .235 on the season. After he's 1 for 1 today. He's hit by a pitch and a single in the fourth. Squares to bunt again. Gets it down in front of the plate. Smart picks it up and just nips Powell at first base. A great bunt that time on the 0-2 pitch. Powell took a tumble on first base. The Huskies just nipped him at the bag. A sacrifice bunt for Powell.
For Lawrence Hill.
moving Korn over to third and McManus to second. It's Lawrence Hill, the batter. One out and runners at second and third. Hill 0-59 for the season now. The batting average 0 for 2 today. Flied out to center in the second inning. Swings and misses here for the first strike. Grounded out to third to end the fourth inning. So Hill 1 for his first 17. Rams have out-hit the Huskies 9-6. Trail 4-2. Corner infielders in for HBU. Hill trying to check his swing. It's a called strike on the outside corner. So Hill now down the count 0-2. Smart peers in. Now comes Set. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Weston Smart for the second out.
Right fielder, number 10, Jesse Lee.
Back to the top of the order for URI and Jesse Lee, and that's going to bring out head coach Jared Moon. Going to have a pitching change for the Huskies. We'll take a break and come back and tell you about the Huskies' new pitcher after this.
Are you?
You just hit the flavor mother load.
Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses.
Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices.
Just look at our club on a sub.
And by look, he means try.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse subs. Starting at only $5.49.
One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
I'm Robin. And I'm Chris.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to HoustonFCU.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Good news is America.
This is the HBU Huskies Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
New pitcher into the game for the Huskies is senior left-hander Ivan Smith, 6'1", 200 pounds from Alvin, Texas, Manville High School. Ivan in here to face the lefty, Jesse Lee, with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Ivan on the season has made 1 appearance. Pitched a perfect inning with a strikeout last weekend against Fordham. So Ivan, situational pitcher for the Huskies here, trying to get the left-handed batter Lee. After Weston Smart gave up back-to-back singles to lead off the inning. Gave up a sacrifice bunt to Jordan Powell to move the runners up, and then came back and struck out Lawrence Hill. We go back to the top of the order, and Lee, who's now hitting .400 on the season. He's 1 for 3 today. He flied out to center in the first inning, singled in the third, flied out to center again in the fifth. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup with McManus at second, Corin at third. Ball is down and away. Thomas can't block it. It's a wild pitch that scores a run. So that makes it 4-3. The potential tying run now at third base. Want to know the count on Lee. Smith with a curveball. Misses down low for ball 2. Smith sets, and now the pitch. Fouled off the left side for strike 1. Two-one pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside, and it's 3-1. Got another left-handed batter following Lee and Justin Jewell. Swinging a foul back, and the count goes full to Lee. Smith sets, and the payoff pitch up and in. As Smith walks Lee, put runners on the corners. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Pinch hitting for the Rams.
Now we'll have the pinch hitter for URI. And that will bring head coach Jared Moon out again. With the right-handed batter coming up, we'll have another pitching change. Be back to tell you all about it. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
New pitcher into the game for HBU. Sophomore right-hander JT Newton, 6'1", 210, from Bangs, Texas. Bangs High School, Cisco Junior College. JT making his 4th appearance already this season, 1-0 with 1 save, 1.93 ERA. He's given up 1 run on 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk in 4 2/3 innings. JT picking up his first career win in the second game of yesterday's doubleheader. Came in the 10th, pitched the Huskies out of a jam. Stayed in to earn the decision. Pinch hitter for Rhode Island, Sonny Uliana, freshman from South Hackensack, New Jersey, hitting .318 on the year. Runners on the corners. Huskies leading 4-3. 2 outs here in the 6th. Throw over to first is a close one. And Lee just dives back in. Uliana 0 for 4 in yesterday's second game as he started at DH in that game. Pitch on the way. Low and outside and backhanded by Thomas. 3 runs, 9 hits. Three runs, 9 hits, 1 error for URI. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for HBU. Newton sets, throw over to first. Close play again. But Lee just gets back in. Want to know the count on Uliana. Pitch on the way and fouled off the right side. McManus at third, Lee at first. Newton into the stretch and the 1-1. Down low and it gets away from Thomas. He can't find it. And now the runner comes home. The throw is not in time. Another wild pitch. And that will tie the game at 4. So back-to-back singles by Korn and McManus to lead off here in the 6th inning. The sacrifice bunt by Powell. Smart got the strikeout for the second out, but now wild pitches have scored the 2 tying runs. Now Lee's at second. Uliana lifts a fly ball to center. Van Marter charging in. He will drop the ball as he was coming in, couldn't make the catch, and it's 5-4 URI. So it's going to be a hit for Uliana to give the Rams a 5-4 lead. Van Marter had to come a long way, hit off his glove, but it's going to be a single for Uliana as Lee scores the go-ahead run. The Rams have come back with 3 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch low and away to Hess. 1-0 now. Hess 2 for 3, scored 2 runs. Solo home run in the first inning. Flied out to right in the third. Singleton scored in the 5th. It's a strike from Newton. The 1-1 fouled back. Hess digs back in. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runner at first. Pitch down low. Thomas has a runner hung up in between first and second, will run him towards second base. Now the run down 2 to 4 to 3 to Pulshan, and now to 6. So they get Uliana 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 4, 3, 6 on the putout.
Hey fans, whether you're running off to classes, work, or practice, start your day with a well-rounded meal you can hold in one hand. A delicious, nutritious kolache.
So now we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your new score, URI 5, HBU 4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
So Rhode Island with 3 runs here in the top of the 6th inning, taking a 5-4 lead over HBU here in the series finale, this 4-game set. Be Blake Thomas to lead it off, followed by Kerry Jones and Elijah Simone. Blaze Whitman still on the mound for URI. He has thrown the last 2 innings, no runs, 1 hit. 3 strikeouts. We'll get to the Southland Conference scoreboard this half inning. Fairfield defeated Lamar 6-2. Central Michigan leads Incarnate Word 10-9, top of the 9th inning. In San Antonio, Troy and New Orleans tied up 3-3, top of the 9 in New Orleans. 13th ranked Louisiana and Sam Houston State tied up 2-2, bottom of the 3rd inning in Huntsville. McNeese out to a 4-0 lead over 15th ranked Arizona out in Tucson. UTSA leads Stephen F. Austin 3-2, bottom of the 3rd inning in San Antonio. Abilene Christian with a 3-2 lead over North Dakota State, top of the 4th inning. Central Arkansas and Eastern Illinois tied up 2-2, top of the 4th inning in Conway. So now it's Blake Thomas to lead it off against Whitman. Blake 0 for 2 today, popped up to the shortstop to end the 1st inning. Takes strike 1 here. Blake grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd inning. Pitch swung on and found off the right side. 0-2 the count on Thomas. Swung on and missed. 4th strikeout of the game for Whitman. That'll bring up Kerry Jones. Kerry is 0 for 2, flied out to left in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to short to end the 3rd. Swings at the first pitch, fly to left. Corrin's there and makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Third baseman, number 36.
Now it's Elijah Simone. 0 for 2. Flied out to right field in the 2nd inning. Flied out to center in the 4th. Elijah, again, making his 2nd start of the year. Still looking for his 1st hit. 2 other scores to update you on. Southeastern Louisiana leading 23rd ranked Rice across town at Reckling Park. 2-0, bottom of the 3rd inning. Strike 1 to Simone. And that one up and in for ball 1. Arkansas State leads Northwestern State 6-1, bottom of the 3rd inning in Natchitoches. The 1-1 pitch, up high and fouled back. 3 o'clock start this afternoon. 25th ranked Houston at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Score here, Rhode Island 5, HBU 4, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 count on Simone with 2 outs. That one's up high for ball 2. Whitman into the windup and the 2-2. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And we head to the 7th, URI 5, HBU 4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Is it time to buy your first or next car? Let Houston Federal Credit Union help. Their super low rates and easy payment terms can save you a lot of money. Plus, their fast approval will put you behind the wheel of your dream car in no time. Stop by their office near campus at 6808 Bentliff Drive or visit them online at houstonfcu.org and let them help you get the very best deal on your new or pre-owned car or truck. Experience a better way of banking at Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
Top of the 7th inning here in Houston. Russ Renault welcoming you in. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on the Legacy Sports Network, thanks for tuning in on HBUHuskies.com here on this Sunday afternoon finale between HBU and URI. The Rams lead at 5-4 as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and Chris Hess leading it off.
Second baseman, number 7, Chris Hess.
Hess now hitting .423. 2 for 3 on the day. The home run. Takes ball 1 from JT Newton. Solo homer in the first inning, singled and scored in the 5th. That pitch down and in for ball 2. Hess was at the plate when Sonny Uliana was caught off at first base and caught a run down to in the 6th inning. Rams did score 3 runs in the top of the 6th to take a 5-4 lead. Strike called, 2-1, the count now on Hess. Called strike 2, that'll even the count. Down low, blocked by Thomas. The count goes full. Payoff pitch, chopper to short. DePretta Johnson has it. Throw over to first in time for the out.
Catcher number 22, Martin Figueroa.
That'll bring up Martin Figueroa. 1 for 3. Flied out to right in the first inning. Grounded out to short. A double play to end the 3rd. Then an RBI double in the 5th. Chopper back to the mound. Newton grabs it. Underhand toss over to Pulshan at first for the second out. And brings up Matt O'Neill.
Third baseman number 9, Matt O'Neill.
O'Neill 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd inning. Struck out to lead off the 4th. Flied out to center to in the 5th. It's up here with 2 outs and nobody on, top of the 7th inning. Huskies trailing 5-4. First pitch to O'Neal misses down and in. O'Neal hitting .400 now on the season. Newton winds and deals. That pitch up and away for ball 2. Down and in, ball 3. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Halloran over. That is a foul ball. Plenty of distance on that one. And landing just foul. 3-1 count now on O'Neal. Had the green light on the 3-0 pitch. So Newton with the 3-1. O'Neal a chopper to third. Simone has it. Will throw it across to Pulshan. 1-2-3 inning for the Huskies here in the 7th. We head to the 7th inning stretch. Rhode Island 5, HBU 4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
If you drive around in Texas, dude, you could be a polluter, and that's just rude, but there's a way to help keep the air clean. Gotta take care of your machine. It's the one with wheels, speedometer. This message goes out to both the sexes. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Keep your engine tuned, keep air in the tires, make friends with a mechanic that's a guy with pliers. Please don't speed, that pollutes to the max. Don't sit there and idle, turn it off, relax. Read the paper, meditate. Combine errands if you can, carpool. Fill up with gas after dark when it's cool. If you see some car spitting out smoke, they're messing with the air, and that's no joke. The message is simple, it shouldn't perplex us. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. It doesn't matter if you drive a Ford or a Lexus. Take care of your car, drive clean across Texas. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation and the Texas Natural Resource Conservation Commission. Drive clean across Texas.
So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Husky Field. Rhode Island with a 5-4 lead over HBU. Be Jack Fitzgerald to lead it off, followed by Tyler DePretta Johnson, then to the top of the order and Spencer Halloran. Blaze Whitman still on the mound for the Rams. He's pitched the last 3 innings, has struck out 5 of the last 6 batters and retired 7 in a row. So the right-hander, who had only thrown 1/3 of an inning coming into this weekend,
Number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
has shut out the Huskies over the last 3. So it's Jack Fitzgerald to lead it off. He's 0 for 2 today. Flied out to center in the 2nd inning. Flied out to left in the 4th. So Fitzgerald, DePretta Johnson, and Halloran. Whitman into the windup, pitch on the way, misses high. Each team scored a run in the 1st inning. Huskies scored 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Rams with a run in the top of the 5th and 3 in the top of the 6th. It's a slider for a strike and a 1-1 count on Fitzgerald. Whitman into the windup, pitch on the way, and a called strike 2. 1-2 pitch. That one on the outside corner, called strike 3, 6th strikeout of the game for Whitman.
Shortstop number 3, Tyler DePreta.
So now it'll be Tyler DePreta Johnson. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 7th inning. Tyler's 2 for 2, singled and scored in the 3rd, then singled in the 4th. Batting average up to 346 now. And takes strike 1 on the outer edge. Jay Chopper in the hole at short. Backhand is stopped by Hill. Long throw over. And it is in time for the out. Nice play by Hill to rob DePreta Johnson of another single. Back to the top of the order and Spencer Halloran. Spencer's 0 for 2. Lined out to third to lead off the first inning for the Huskies. Walked and scored in the 3rd. And lined out to first in the 4th. Pitch down low for a ball. 50th pitch of the game for Whitman. Pitch is called a strike. Looked a little bit high. And it's 1-1. That one misses outside. Whitman trying to see just how much of that strike zone of home plate umpire Brad Parker he can test. Here's the 2-1. Up high for ball 3. Head coach Rafael Serrato for the Rams asking where that one was. Parker telling him that one was high. 3-1 pitch. This is down low, and Halloran draws a 2-out walk.
The right fielder, number 2, Brandon Brents.
Now Brandon Brents to the plate. Brandon's 2 for 3. Scored twice and driven in a run. Singled and scored in the 1st. An RBI single in the 3rd and also came around to score. Struck out to lead off the 5th. So his 2nd time facing Whitman now with Halloran the runner. The throw over. Spencer's back in easily. Whitman checks the runner Halloran at first. And another throw over. First pitch down and in to Brents. Brandon's batting average up to 265 with his 2 for 3 days so far today. Halloran leads away from first. Now the 1-0 pitch. They pop up on the left side towards the Huskies dugout. The third baseman O'Neill grabs it for the 3rd out. We head to the 8th inning. URI 5, HBU 4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Eighth inning at Husky Field. Rhode Island with a 5-4 lead over HBU. JT Newton to face Mike Corrin to lead it off. Strike one called to Corrin. Corrin 1 for 3. Fouled out to left in the second inning. Struck out in the fourth. Singled and scored when he led off the sixth inning. Takes ball one from Newton. Fly ball to left, and that one is gone. Second home run of the game for the Rams. Third of the season for Corrin. And that gives the Rams a 6-4 lead. RBI number 6 of the year for Corrin.
First baseman number 11, Brett McManus.
Brett McManus to the plate. Takes ball one low from Newton. McManus is 2 for 3 and scored a run today. Pair of singles. A strikeout. Ground ball back up the middle. That is into center for a base hit.
Center fielder number 23, Jordan Powell.
12th hit of the game for the Rams. And they lead at 6-4 here in the 8th. Runner goes. There's a swing and a miss by Powell, but the pitch gets away from Thomas. It's going to be a stolen base for McManus. He was off on the pitch on the hit and run. So 0-1 the count, nobody out. Runner at second. Powell squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball one. URI trying to manufacture another run here. Powell gets the bunt down, and it rolls foul. Had a sacrifice bunt earlier this game. Back in the sixth inning. Fouled off 2 pitches and was still called on to bunt with a 0-2 count. Got that one down. See what the strategy is here. Count at 1-2. Nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th inning. Newton comes set. Pitch on the way. Popped up on the right side. Pull shot in foul territory. And he will make the catch for the first out. Now Lawrence Hill to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Flying out to center in the second inning. Grounded out to third in the fourth. Struck out in the sixth. Ball gets past Blake Thomas. Going to be a pass ball that allows McManus to move up to third. The Rams scored a pair of runs in the sixth inning, or tied the game on wild pitches, and then took the lead in that inning. Pitch down low for a ball, and it's 2-0. Infield comes in for HBU. Everybody in on the grass. Can't afford to give up another run here. 2-0 the count now on Hill. And a strike called. Newton sets, and now the 2-1 pitch. Nubber is going to be a fair ball. The throw to home plate, and the runner's out. The ball was just on the foul side of the first baseline. Then it hopped back in fair. Pulshawn grabbed it, came home with a throw, and nailed the runner at the plate. Fortunate bounce for the Huskies. Hill reaches on the fielder's choice. McManus is out at the plate. Huge play there for HBU. Hill now the runner at first. Back to the top of the order, and Jesse Lee. Lee 1 for 3. Flied out to center in the first inning. Singled in the third. Flied out to center again in the fifth. Walked and scored in the sixth. Pitch is outside for ball one. Down and in for ball two. Throw over to first. Hill dives back in safely. Swung on and ripped foul on the right side by Lee. Newton pauses at the belt. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed to even the count. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. A strikeout to end the inning for JT Newton. The solo home run by Mike Corrin tacks on another run for the Rams, and they lead at 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the eighth inning. Listening to Huskies baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. Yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Husky Field. Russ Renault welcoming you in on YouTube and the Legacy Sports Network. Tuning in on HBUHuskies.com. Huskies trailing 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Supposed to have a drop dead time of 3 o'clock. So depending on how long this half inning goes, don't know if we'll be in danger of that or not. Blaze Whitman has done a fantastic job out of the bullpen for the Rams. Tossed the last 4 innings. No runs, 1 hit, 6 strikeouts and a walk. He'll face the heart of the Huskies order here in the 8th inning with Joe Van Martyr leading off. He'll be followed by Jake Pulshon and Blake Thomas. Joe is 1 for 2 today, singled in the first inning, sacrificed bunt in the third, struck out in the 5th. Takes strike 1 from Whitman. The 0-1 pitch hits the outside corner. Van Martyr falls behind the count now 0-2. The 0-2 on the way from Whitman. Popped into shallow right field. Lee is moving over. Makes the catch for the first out. That brings up Jake Pulshon. Jake 1 for 2 today. Sac fly in the first inning. And a 2-run single in the third. Struck out 2 in the 5th. Swings and misses at that pitch from Whitman. That was Whitman's 60th pitch of the game. Thrown 40 for strikes. Swinging a fly ball to center. Powell went back, now coming back in, and makes the catch for the second out. Now Blake Thomas comes up, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. URI with a 6-4 lead. Rallying for a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 in the 8th. After the Huskies had taken a 4-1 lead after 3. A strike by Whitman coincided with Blaze Whitman coming into the game. He has shut the door on HBU over the last 4 2/3. A 1 pitch. Thomas with a fly ball to left. Corrin going back, and he will make the catch for the third out. So we will have a 9th inning, and we head to the top of the 9th. URI 6, HBU 4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Is it time to buy your first or next car? Let Houston Federal Credit Union help. Their super low rates and easy payment terms can save you a lot of money. Plus, their fast approval will put you behind the wheel of your dream car in no time. Stop by their office near campus at 6808 Bentliff Drive or visit them online at houstonfcu.org and let them help you get the very best deal on your new or pre-owned car or truck. Experience a better way of banking at Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
A new pitcher into the game for HBU. It's going to be junior right-hander Kent Keeling, 6 foot 175 from Katy, St. Pius X, and Eastern Oklahoma State. Kent making his first appearance on the year for the Huskies. That'll bring up the DH, Sonny Uliana. Has one at bat in this game. Delivered an RBI single. The music's still on. Uliana takes ball 2 from Keeling. A ground ball to short. DePretta Johnson up with it. Throw over to first. And that is the first out here in the ninth. Brings up Chris Hess.
Now batting number 7, Chris Hess.
Chris Hess is 2 for 4 today. Solo home run in the first inning, flied out to right in the third. Singleton scored in the 5th inning, grounded out to short to lead off the 7th. Fastball in the outside corner by Keeling for strike 1. Ball down low. Evens up the count on Hess. One on the way. Fouled back. And it's 1-2. Keeling with a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 3. Hess goes down looking. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the ninth. Batter will be Martin Figueroa. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Figueroa 1 for 4. Flied out to right in the first inning. Grounded out to a double play to end the third. RBI double in the 5th. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 7th inning. The 0-1 from Keeling. Slider down and in for ball 1. 1-1 pitch. Foul back and out of play. It's 1-2 the count on Figueroa. 2 outs here in the ninth. URI leading HBU 6-4. Down and in. Count evens up at 2-2. Keeling looks in. Now comes set in the stretch. And the 2-2. Ground ball to second. Fitzgerald with it. And over to first for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning for Kent Keeling here in the ninth. We go to the bottom half. Huskies with work to do, down 6-4. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Don't mess with Texas. I ain't gonna say it again. No way, not the highway. Better put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas. Don't you throw that trash on the road. Don't you disrespect us. Don't mess with Texas. Howdy, everybody. Kevin Fowler here, reminding you to put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas, y'all.
Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
But what about you? When you text that really cute guy you met at a party on Friday, and he immediately texts you back, you celebrate with an ice-cold Pepsi. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But why stop there? The refreshing taste of Pepsi is the perfect way to celebrate anything. Like when you and your roommate order a pizza and the delivery guy throws in extra breadsticks no charge. That's worth a Pepsi celebration. Break out the Pepsi.
We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. HBU trailing Rhode Island 6-4. Blaze Whitman still on the mound for URI. He has shut the Huskies down over the last 5 innings. No runs, just 1 hit, 6 strikeouts and a walk. Huskies had a 4-1 lead before he came into the game. Whitman will face Kerry Jones. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter, Matt Heck, waiting on deck. Have to see what the lineup looks like for the Huskies here in the ninth inning. Down 6-4. And the number 6 hitter, Kerry Jones, due up. Jones is 0 for 3 today. Flied out to left in the second inning. Grounded out to short to end the third, and flied out to left again in the sixth. Rams with 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. Huskies 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. So it's Jones, and then Matt Heck is waiting on deck as a pinch hitter here in the ninth inning against Blaze Whitman. Swing at the first pitch and a fly ball going back. Corin at the wall, and it's gone. A solo home run for Kerry Jones has pulled the Huskies within a run here in the ninth.
Pitch hitting for the Huskies,
First home run of the year for Kerry Jones. Now we'll have a pinch hitter in Matt Heck. That's going to bring Rafael Serrato out to the mound. See if we have a pitching change or see if he is going to leave Whitman in there. talking to his pitcher right now. Now he's going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to have a pitching change. So we're going to have a pitching change here in the 9th inning. The Rams going to the bullpen. The Whitman gives up the solo home run to Kerry Jones. We'll take a break. Come back. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
So a new pitcher into the game for the Rams. Be Tyler Bars making his 3rd appearance of the series. Bars, a junior right-hander, 5'10", 220 from New Boston, New Hampshire. Bars on the season, making his 4th appearance. No record, 0.00 ERA, has 1 save. That came in the Friday opener. Has walked 1 and 1 in 1/3 innings. First pitch to Matt Heck is swung on and popped up on the left side in foul territory and giving chase. And it's a foul ball. O'Neill, Hill, and Corrin all converging on it. Just a loud foul ball by Matt Heck. Heck for the year. 118 the average, 2 for 17 with a triple. That came yesterday. An RBI and 4 runs scored. 0-1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Huskies trailing 6-5 in the 9th. Bars was on the mound in the 10th inning of yesterday's game. Gave up the squeeze bunt to Jake Pulshon on the game-winning run. Heck tried to check his swing and couldn't. Falls behind the count 0-2. Christian Timms has moved on deck for HBU. This is going to be the last inning no matter what. Past the 3 o'clock drop dead time for Rhode Island to make their travel plans. The 0-2 to Heck. Checked his swing there, but he went around and Bars gets the strikeout. First out here in the 9th inning for URI.
Pitch hitting for the Huskies, number 4, Christian Timms.
That brings up Christian Timms. Senior pitcher. Play a little first base, can play a little outfield. Christian has 2 at-bats this season, 1 for 2, with 2 RBIs. Up here with 1 out, nobody on. The bottom of the 9th inning, HBU down 6-5. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Bars with the pitch, and a strike on the outside corner as Timms falls behind the count 0-2. 0-2. Tim swings and misses for the second out. Huskies down to their final out here in the ninth. Now it'll be Tyler DePretta Johnson to the plate. Tyler's 2 for 3, singled and scored in the third inning. Singled in the fourth. Grounded out to short in the seventh. Hitting .333 on the year. 2 outs and nobody on. As ball one misses outside from Bars. The 1-0 pitch, down and in for ball 2. DePretta Johnson digs in, Bars on the mound. Gives a nod, now comes set. And the 2-0 pitch. Chopper in the hole, backhanded by Hill, and he can't come up with it. And DePretta Johnson's going to reach on the error here with 2 outs in the ninth inning to bring the top of the order back up.
Left fielder number 14, Spencer Halloran.
Going to have a pinch runner for DePretta Johnson at first base. Going to be senior Zane Otten.
Number 9, Zane Otten.
Zane's been out with a thumb injury. Suffered last weekend against Fordham, so all Zane can do is pinch run, but he's a good one. 13 for 13 on stolen base attempts last season. He's up. He's on base at first with 2 outs and top of the order back up in Spencer Halloran. Halloran 0 for 2, lined out in the first inning, walked and scored in the third, lined out the first in the fourth, and walked in the seventh. Pitch down low by Bars for ball 1. Rhode Island leading 6-5, bottom of the ninth inning, 2 outs. Zane Otten the runner at first, Spencer Halloran at the plate. The 1-0 misses outside. Bars sets. And that pitch outside for ball 3. Three and 0 the count on Halloran. The pitch from Bars hits the upper part of the strike zone. And now it's 3-1. Sun is now peeked out. It's been overcast all day. First bright sunlight of the day. Runner goes 3-1 from Bars, misses outside. And Spencer Halloran draws his third walk of the day.
Right fielder number 2, Brandon Brent.
That'll bring up Brandon Brents. Brandon 2 for 4. Has an RBI and has scored twice. Singled his first 2 times up. Struck out in the 5th. Fouled out to the third baseman in the 7th inning. He's up here with 2 outs and 2 on. Huskies trailing by 1. Bars with the pitch. Down low for ball 1. Pitch and a ground ball to first baseman McManus, and he will beat Brents to the bag as the Rams hold on for the win to even this series as they split the series 2 games apiece. Final score here in this one, Rhode Island 6, HBU 5. We'll come back on the HBU postgame show to wrap this one up. Once again, your final score, Rams 6, Huskies 5. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Russ Renaud back on the HBU Baseball postgame show. Huskies fall by a score of 6-5 to Rhode Island. Rams improved to 3-4 on the season. Huskies fall to 5-3. All 3 of their losses by a single run each time. Winning pitcher was Blaze Whitman. Did a fantastic job. 1 run on 2 hits with 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 innings of relief. And Tyler Bars gets his 2nd save of the season. The loss goes to Ivan Smith, falls to 0-1. For the Huskies, offensively, Brandon Brent's 2 for 5 with an RBI and scored a pair of runs. Jake Pulshan 1 for 3 with an RBI and has reached safely in the first 8 games for HBU. Tyler DePretta Johnson 2 for 4 with a run scored. And for the Rams, Brett McManus, 3 for 4 with a run scored. Chris Hess, 2 for 5, solo home run, and 2 runs scored. Mike Corrin, 2 for 4, also with a solo homer. And that was a big one. That ended up being the difference in the game, his solo home run in the 8th inning. He scored a pair of runs. If he hadn't had that one in the 8th, Kerry Jones possibly would have tied it in the 9th, as Kerry Jones gets his first home run of the season, a solo shot in the 9th inning, pulled the Huskies back within a run. Rest of the schedule for this week, for this upcoming week, there's no midweek game. The Huskies will return home, finish off this 7-game homestand. We'll face LIU Brooklyn in a 3-game series next weekend here at Husky Field. Friday's first game starts at 2 o'clock. Saturday's game will be at 1 o'clock. Sunday's game is scheduled for 2 o'clock. Don't know LIU Brooklyn's travel plans yet, so check in on HBUHuskies.com. Check out throughout the weekend next weekend as I bring you all 3 of those games. See if that start time doesn't change, move up a little bit to accommodate LIU Brooklyn's travel plans. This has been Russ Renaud bringing you this 4-game series here from Husky Field against Rhode Island. Huskies get a split with the Rams. in these two games. After the Huskies swept the doubleheader yesterday, the Rams get the bookends on either end of that doubleheader. And we will try to finish off this 7-game homestand on a winning note next weekend against LIU Brooklyn. Once again, this has been Russ Renaud. Thank you for listening here on the Husky Sports Network, watching on YouTube, and listening in on the Legacy Sports Network. You can catch all that on HBUHuskies.com. Get all your news, information on HBUHuskies.com. It's been Russ Renaud once again from Husky Field. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next weekend.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the Husky Sports Network, powered by the Legacy Sports Network. HBU Athletics thanks our corporate sponsors who make these broadcasts available. Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. That wraps it up for now, and until we see you next time, so long and dogs up.